BMW F900 GS after owning it for close to almost 2 years and having ridden it for around 4,000, a little over 4,000 kilometers. When I first sat on the bike almost 2 years ago, my first impressions and my impressions now, whether those first time impressions that I had when I first sat on the bike, do they still hold water today? Are they still valid today? Or have they changed over time? When I first bought the F900 GS, my first thoughts, like the very first time I rode it, my thoughts were how light and nimble it felt. And how maneuverable it was. Now, almost 2 years later, close to 4,500 kilometers that I have ridden this bike, I'll give you some of my thoughts as of now. The first thing that comes to my mind, how nimble it is, how maneuverable it is. So my first impression on the bike was the correct impression. It feels planted, it feels solid, it feels like very steady, to be honest with you. It's the center of gravity, it feels low. I don't feel the weight of the bike, even with a full tank here. You don't. I'll let this guy go. Usually people in Portugal are very accommodating to motorcyclists, but yeah, there you see, he said thanks to me. Haha, that's good. Anyways, the two major complaints that I have on this bike, well, two or three maybe. One is this windshield here. It is stock. It is as I got it. And I do a lot of road riding. This windshield is meant for off-road riding, I'm guessing. For road riding, I should try on the bigger windshield, but I'm not doing it right now, and of course I'll give you the reason later on in this video. The other big major concern on this bike is the seat. It sucks. It really sucks. It's hard, man. It's like I've gotten used to it a bit now after having ridden so many kilometers on it, but still, after 30-35 minutes on the seat, it feels like your butt is burning. And in front of me is Viana de Castelo. Right up there is the church. It's a beautiful town. We're gonna go there right now. So those are the two major concerns. What other concern do I have on this bike? It does not feel heavy, this bike. Even in my garage, when I park it and I maneuver it around or turn it around or anywhere, even when I park the bike on the street or anywhere else, it's easy to maneuver it. At least I find it so. I am 6'1". My inseam is 32 inches, so that should give you an idea. My ergonomics on the bike are really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Despite the seat making me sit sort of forward, and I wish I could like relax backwards, but despite all of that, the ergonomics on the bike are really good. My legs don't get tired. My arms are in a good position. The handlebars on this bike are wide. So that's the impression that I got of the bike when I first, the very first time I sat on the bike. I had read up on it, so they did say yes, the handlebars are wide. I like wider handlebars, and these handlebars are good. I have done nothing to them. I have not put a riser on them, nothing. It's just stock as it is. I haven't even changed the position on them. They feel good. Because at first when I did buy the bike, at first I thought maybe I will need like risers on it later on, and maybe I should push it up a little bit and maybe towards me. My arms are really long for my height even. So, but then I said, okay, no, let me ride it for at least 1,000 kilometers, and then I will take a decision at that time. Okay, do I really need to do it? Yes or no? And the answer was pretty much no. I haven't done anything. Most of this bike is stock. The major stuff that I have done to the bike, like the major modifications, I have to get into the left lane here. We are entering Viana do Castelo here, the city itself, and pretty soon we are going to hit roundabouts, as you always do in a lot of cities in Portugal. I love these roundabouts. It beats sitting at a red light, to be honest with you. So this is Viana do Castelo. We are going towards the coast or the ocean. It is right, the city is right on the coast, but we are going towards the water. And yeah, so I was talking about modifications that I have done on the bike. What have I modified? Nothing, to be honest with you. Dude, take it easy. I have modified nothing on the bike. All I did was put the bags. When I stop, I'll show you the bike. All I did was put the bags on at the back, which I always do on all my bikes, and put the crash bars in front. What else did I do? Did I change the foot pegs? This is the rally version of the F900 GS, so I think it came stock with these foot pegs. They're really good foot pegs, by the way. I usually change the foot pegs on my bikes. I think the people behind this lady are getting mad at her. I'll let her go. Dude. This guy is getting mad at her. That poor lady. Go for it, lady, go for it. Relax, relax, relax. In Portugal, they say relaxar, relaxar, calma, 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 calma. Means stay calm, stay cool. Fish, fish. Fish is also another word for stay cool. It's rare to get like people getting mad in traffic here. I haven't seen too much of it. You usually see it in the bigger cities like Porto and Lisbon, but not in the smaller towns. No, there might be something going on here. Maybe some summer festival in Viana do Castelo. Look at the GPS map. You will see the water. We are heading towards the water. Yeah. Yeah, see, there's no traffic here. It's just it's just people getting mad for nothing, to be honest with you. All right. So back to talking about what modifications did I do to the bike. Nothing. But I will go over it. It's been almost a year and a half, 2 years now since I bought the bike. I could not ride the bike too much the very first year I had it. I am in Portugal, of course, but I had to go back to Canada to take care of some stuff, and I ended up staying there for almost like last summer. I was out of Portugal for almost like 3 months, which was actually more than 3 months. So I couldn't ride the bike much, but this summer I have been riding. I have been here and exploring more and more of Portugal. Beautiful country. Beautiful. It's a motorcyclist's paradise, so to say. A motorcycle paradise. So when I stop, I will just go over the bike, and if I have changed anything on the bike, I will remember and I will tell you about it. But as far as I remember now, I don't think I did much. So the ship you see in front of me, we are going towards that ship. That is the hospital ship. This is another thing you will see in Portugal. People just cross, the crossings are there, and people will enter the crossings even if you're headed towards the crossing. So you just stop. So the ship you see on the right is the Navio Hospital ship. It is called the Gil Ienes. And I am 100% not pronouncing that correctly as it should be said in Portuguese. But it is what? Gileannes. I will take a U-turn right here. And we head towards the ship again. And I will try and park the bike right here somewhere. There you go. Parking made specially for this bike. And I'm gonna hog it all because there is nobody else here. It's fine, it's all good. So there's a church in front of me that you see up on the mountain. Very beautiful church. Right up there. And this is the city of Viana do Castelo. As you can see, beautiful city. So let me get off the bike and I'll go around the bike. What did I change on the bike? Well, I put these bags on for sure. The tires are still stock as it is. I'll go close to the tires. They're road tires. So the other thing that you must keep in mind, I think these foot pegs are stock. I think so. I did put these on. I'm saying not me personally. I bought them and the dealership put it on for me. This is the same. It's all stock. The only other thing I did was buy this carburetor for GPS. And that's about it. Okay, the other thing that we need to keep in mind is that I have not taken this bike out off-road too much. I've done some very light off-road stuff, but that's very light. It's like gravel and light stuff. I'm not a very big off-roader. So most of this bike has been ridden on the road, which is why, well, look at the stock seat here. It looks fine when you look at it. You would think that it's decently comfortable. But in reality, so look at it from this angle here. But when you sit on it, man, like to be honest with you, I've gotten a little used to it now. Maybe my butt is getting harder. But there are stock seats, comfort seats available. As far as I know, Motir makes one. I've seen it. It's something like 200 something euros, I believe. I am not sure. I have not tried them, but I have read about them online. And there's another one that I think Touratech makes. I think it is Touratech. One of the two, Touratech or the other one is who also makes BMW stuff. The German company, Wunderlich. It's either one of the two. If you do a Google search, you will see. I have not tried either of them, but I have read people's reactions on the comfort seat. And some seem to like it. Some say, oh, it hardly made a difference. The others said, oh, yeah, it made a difference. It makes you sit back a little bit more. It's more comfortable for longer rides, which is good. Then I also saw a petition online for seat concepts to make a comfort seat for the F900 GS. And I do not know why they are not doing it. The F900 GS, the adventure model, the bigger bike, the same bike but the bigger version, I think they call it the adventure version, has a comfort seat. I have not tried that either. So now, the big reason why I am not getting a comfort seat and why I am not getting... I'm saying these are the only two things I would change on the bike, to be honest with you. Otherwise, the bike is perfect. This windshield is not bad, by the way. It's not horrible, okay? But on the highways, I have to ride the bike maybe a little bit under 120 kilometers an hour, which is the speed limit here. If you go over and it's a windy day like today, for example, on the highway, I was around 90, 100, around there. So then it's fine. But the taller windshield totally would make a difference. Again, I'm 6'1" with a 32-inch inseam. So other than the windshield, I would change the seat and get a comfort seat. Now, the reason I am not doing it is because I am thinking of selling this bike in about a year or maybe less. Depends. And there are other bikes that I would like to consider, especially the Africa Twin 650 that is supposed to come out later this year or early next year. I don't think people know exactly when it is coming out. So I would love to try that bike out, because when I almost went and bought the Africa Twin DCT, the 1100. And the main reason why I didn't buy that bike was the weight. This bike is way lighter. It's very nimble. It's better for Portugal, for me. I'm sure there are people in Portugal riding huge bikes here. It's not. They're good riders in Portugal, by the way. But for me, this bike is perfect. And when I think about the 650 Africa Twin, if the ergonomics on the Africa Twin are the same as the bigger bike, it would be perfect. And I don't mind going from a F900, like a 900cc, to a 650cc. In reality, I don't mind doing that at all, because then I would be able to do more off-road stuff on that bike. The other thing that if I would keep this bike, the other thing I would also do is to get tires that are like 50/50 and do some more off-road stuff. Again, no hardcore off-road stuff, but at least some more than what I have done. Gravel, that's a bike. Gravel stuff, lighter stuff. I would love to do that. So those are my thoughts on the F900 GS after 2 years and almost 4,500 kilometers. I think I've already answered the question, would I buy the bike again? Yes, most likely no, but I might still consider it. This has to be better, for sure. Other than this is easily fixable. But this has to be better for sure, for long distances, which I really want to do on this bike. This bike is perfect for that. I have already talked about my other consideration, which is there's a new bike, the Africa Twin 650 coming out. I would highly consider that bike, because my impression when I first sat on the 1100 Africa Twin was just beautiful. The ergonomics were just perfect. I was sat in the right position. It just felt very comfortable. And I did take it out for a test ride and it felt really good. The only reason I didn't buy that bike was that, and I chose this bike, was the weight. I wanted something lighter, more nimble, and weight-wise, this bike is perfect. Now, if the 650 Africa Twin is close to this weight, I don't really mind losing that horsepower. It doesn't really matter to me because highways, I'll be fine. I'll be fine with the less horsepower. I don't need it. And for sure, if the 650 weighs as much as this or less than this, and I think on paper it does weigh less than this, then for sure I will be taking that bike out into the off-road environment more. I'm not a hardcore off-roader, so you won't see me jumping cliffs and all that, but I do like to go on gravel and country roads, and for sure I would take that bike out on those roads. And of course I didn't change the tires on this bike. They're still road tires, stock as it is. But on the Africa Twin, I would totally put like a 50-50 or a 60-40 or something to that effect if I get that bike. But there are other bikes, really good bikes also coming out, like the Cove 800X and Vosges, as well as CF Moto are other considerations. Till next time.